Hey guys, welcome to Kelly's Cuckoo's Nest. I'm Kelly. How you doing? I am here back on the Ren train. Um, the next song that I have like a list I've been keeping of comments that people make, and the next song I'm gonna do is called Suicide. Um, I think there is a video. I'm pretty sure it looks like there's a video. Um, please comment, subscribe. I see there's like sometimes there's 1,000 views for Ren's things that I put up. So you guys can take a second, just hit subscribe, and that would be awesome. Um, Definitely leave me comments what else you want me to do with Ren, because there's so many different things, from like his rap stuff to his band to him and Live Sangster, I think I just did, him and Chinchilla. So there's so many different, like, there's so many different Rens styles and who he sings with and all that. This one I'm going to, somebody wrote they want me to do Suicide. So I am going to listen to this. He's really a deep guy. I'm sure this is a really serious, obviously serious topic, serious song. Let's jump right into that now.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Okay, firstly, the video is really interesting looking. It's like, it's not like a cartoon, but it's like it has a kind of like of a cartoon look. Like the people and the background. It's definitely interesting. Like, I'm not really sure like how they made it. Like, it almost looks like painting, or like you know, it's interesting. And again, it's obviously it's a sad topic, and saying, he's feeling alone, lonely, and going to the other side, and just let's go back a little bit. And
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Oh I, oh I, oh I, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh I, oh I, oh I, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Thank God it never felt like the right time. Just wanted to add that.
Oh I, oh I, oh I, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh I, oh I, oh I, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. 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 It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it works, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where
I just got like what it's about, like towards the end. This is very sad. Um, I'm gonna go back a little bit more because I wasn't really in like the story of, like, obviously his friend jumped, and he feels very alone. He's been sick. Um, he can't eat. Like, he doesn't feel good, and he misses all his friends, and he misses missing them, and he's tries to not basically be numb. It's a very sad song. It's sad either way if he was thinking about it for himself, or but I just saw by this verse that a friend of his did commit suicide. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
There's like so much I could say. There's so many lines. Like I could have paused because there was just so many things. Just and that basically he threw his childhood. You know, basically the day that his friend jumped, he basically put himself in a suitcase and all the ocean is all his tears. That's what makes up the ocean, and he misses feeling, you know, feeling indestructible or feeling, when you're young and life hasn't gotten, you know, to a point where you're ever thinking like this. Well, some people actually do young, but he was just saying he misses the days of missing them, and it's almost like he he numbs himself by not like speaking to by not keeping in touch basically, or by not it's there's there's so many lines. I'm gonna listen to it again, like right after I sign off. um I heard them, but like I just felt like I didn't feel right stopping it. It's like he was getting more and more into it, and I didn't really want to just stop and like break it down, like. But it's just very sad, and it's, it's you gotta really be at a point where you see, no hope for yourself. At a point where you're gonna do that, and he feels guilty, like he should have gotten there earlier, and you can't do that to yourself. It's like you can't you don't know what's always going on in somebody's mind, and he shouldn't blame himself. It sounds like he was, basically like if I would have been there earlier, like, you know, but it was very poetic. It was very sad, and the video was done really well, and it was painful. The next song I'm gonna do is "Sick Boy." So I heard him say like "Sick Boy," like during this song. So that's an earlier song of his, I think. So I'm gonna do that actually now. So keep watching, and we're gonna r- jump to Ren, "Sick Boy." Um, so take care of your friends, take care of yourselves, and look out for your family, and know you're not alone. A lot of people, feel like you do. If you've had thoughts like this, or you've felt like life is just too much, and it's you're not alone. A lot, talk to turn to people, talk to people, check on people, And I'll be back soon. And thanks for coming and watching with me.